Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. We need to talk about Drag Race Thailand Season 2, Episode 2. Now, I should have gave you this review a little while ago. But you know I had to get my hair done, and I wanted to make sure I was looking right for this week. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Now, you know where the links are below to reach out to me on social media, and if you want to donate to the channel, paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matty Let's go ahead and get this in, kids. Now, this might seem like the ultimate clip show review because y'all know how much I spend on RuPaul's Drag Race. So forgive me if this is not as long and as extreme, but here are my thoughts. The girls walk in giving Thailand beauty teas. So happy to see you. And the other girls decide to give you a little hip hop, what's up, B-boy style. Okay. Everyone reminisces over M. Stranger Fox being eliminated last week. Katie Killer was especially affected, and Silver Sonic as well had her thoughts. Now, I gotta be real honest here with Silver Sonic. She just doesn't seem like she believes in herself. It's very evident through the episode, through some cases. It's like if she gets a bad critique, it's the woe is me. I don't know. I think she's beautiful, and I think her drag should be taken seriously. I just would like her to take herself as seriously as we would like to. I don't know. She just seems a little down sometimes to me. Like, oh, well, she's so much better than me. I don't know why I stay type of stuff. Come on, Silver, pick it up. Your name gives you puss, bitch. You need to pump it through. Now, Art and Pangina come in to give the girls their first mini challenge, which involves them having to choose the correct, well, let's just say it's a mix and match thing that we like to do with the men of season 1 and 2 of The Face. Now, the winner of said challenge ends up being Candy. And some of the girls shade her, but I'm starting to really like Candy. And Candy then picks the order for the Maxi challenge. So with the Maxi challenge, the girls have to put on a white outfit, and they're going to be taking pictures. But there's going to be paint thrown at them, or I shouldn't say paint, but what is that shit? Is it like chalk or some kind of powder, dust or something? It's cute, and I want to do a photo shoot with it is what it is. And the girls have to give a great photo within 1 minute. Now, Candy's given extra time because she won the mini challenge, and she also gets to choose the order. Srimala points out that she picks the fashion girls to go first because they're not going to be given that much time to think about what they have to do for their look, giving the other girls a higher advantage because they'll have more time with the other girls that go before them to see what they look like when they come back and to see how they, did it or how they felt afterwards. So, who wins the Maxi challenge? Who wins it for us all, kids? Jeannie does. And Jeannie was giving us a sickening look. Low-key Dragula tease, but not too much on the nose. But I was really feeling the colors. She didn't go for too much. She gave you a spooky look. I'm a fan. Jeannie, you made up for last week because I really wasn't feeling all that last week with the outfits. I was there, but not fully there. So I like this, and you definitely slayed this challenge, honey bunny. I also like that when someone wins something, they also give these talking heads of different queens who gave praises or they give the talking heads of the queens who gave praise and, congratulated her or said, oh, she did really good and I was so impressed and she's really talented. I like how they show the shady side and they show the really good side of these girls. Sometimes I miss that a little bit on RPDR, sometimes. Or maybe I'm just so used to the formula. But for them, I like that bit about it because it gives us time to see that everybody's not an asshole. All right. Now, the runway challenge is where it's at. Under the rainbow, after the storm, how will you look after the storm? That kind of tea. Ooh, my stomach is giving me the blues. And the girls have to construct their looks. So many construction challenges, sewing challenges. Girls got to put ideas and looks together. I'm here for it. And they also had a nice moment in between all of that where they discussed how a lot of trans people in Thailand, or maybe a specific one, I didn't do too much research, please forgive me, but I'm just going off the episode, how they're fighting for marriage equality, for trans rights, and for rights of people having the name that they want to have on their passports, and identifying as the gender that they want to identify with through their identification. Do you see how many times I got the identity in the... I was here for the conversation. I love stuff like that. We take things for granted here in the States because we did fight for stuff like that. We fought for marriage equality, and we're still trying to keep it up because, girl, they're trying to get us now. But that's not what this is about. The girls construct their looks. Everybody's giving their, ooh, I like this, ooh, I like that. And we just need to get to the runway. But before I do, I'd want to give a shout out to Miss Art, our good host of this show, in Pangina Heels. How dare you, bitch. Art was sickening, okay? I lived for the wig, I lived for the mug, I lived for the dress. It was very cute, fresh, angelic. Then Pangina comes out as a goddamn bird reserve, and I am here for it. That's high-level drag. That's high drag at its finest. I'm here for the guest judges as well. They had great commentary, but Pangina, bitch, Pangina, bitch, Pangina. Oh! Puss, puss. Onto the runway. Yes, onto the runway, please. Today's runway is brought to you by the weather. 100% chance of rain as the stage has been turned into a set from Waterworld, minus Kevin Costner and somebody who I don't remember in movies anymore because they only did it for like the 90s. You know the little girl I'm talking about. Anywho, off subject. They've actually put rain on the stage. At the start of the runway, the girls have to walk through it and also have to come back through it when they want to pose at the end. First up, Bandit. Now, Bandit gave us a backup dress because low-key, the one that she had originally messed up prior to her getting on the runway. So if I'm correct in my understanding, this is a backup look. And for a backup look, she was ready to go. I think she really wanted to use this for the challenge where they had to throw the paint dust on her or whatnot. And it was like, well, there's already color on it, so I don't know how that's going to work. So she was able to make this look really good. It was very nice. The wet hair with, you know, the dress itself. It already had the rainbow on it that was bleeding down the dress, but it just looked right with the water. So I think Bandit got away with murder low-key, honestly. Now, had it been just an ugly one, she probably would have been in the bottom that day, but Up next is Kana Warrior. Now, I love Kana Warrior's attitude, and I love her talking heads, and I'm actually a fan. Now, Kana Warrior comes out here in this, I believe, a Madonna-inspired look. That's what the judges were saying. I'm not that big of a fan, so I don't know too much about Madge like that. I know her from some of her 90s sets, but either way, it's a beautiful look. The paint was coming out of the dress as she walked through the rain. She kind of had that, like, oh, this planned perfectly. And, you know, she gave this beautiful pose at the end, but the paint dripped down and just gave you this really artistic tease. I loved it. You wore that out, honey. You did that, bitch. Up next, Tormai. Look, I have to talk about this one. Look, I gotta pull up my notes. Because, and thank you, Kuda LaCorn, for explaining this, sir, because I was very much like, what am I supposed to be judging? And now that I know what I'm supposed to be judging, I can completely give my good perspective to this. Did a very traditional look for Thailand, referencing 7C, 7 sock, which is a wreath made of 7 colors and that are 7 sock long. And a sock is an old Thai measurement. The wreaths were given to statues at temples or spirit houses for good luck. This is what was written in the description while I was watching this, okay? Thais are superstitious. So they say that they often put powder on them or rub them for numbers to use for the lottery. Tormai's entire presentation was everything that you think that belongs to this person or entity or goddess that she is being is literally being portrayed on the runway. Poured powder on her, pulled open her skirt, money was there, did the entire ensemble. The judges were living and I was living for the judges living for it. So I loved it just off of that. But I also thought it was very creative to do something very traditional in this setting. So definitely awesome, toot for that. Now, Mocha Diva was next. And Mocha Diva came out there in 7 layers, 8 layers of fabric to release another dress underneath that wasn't any better than that, to then release herself with body paint. I didn't really care for it. I wasn't on board for that mocha. And I like mocha at my Starbucks. I normally get a white chocolate mocha iced on a hot day and warm on a cold. Diva, this wasn't it. I'm sorry, mama. I also get the message, but no thank you. Now, Jeannie comes out. Okay. I'm not even going to say who it is. If you know who I'm talking about, you know where my mind was going when she walked out as a goddamn cloud. I was already on Adventure Time. I'll leave you to go on from there. For my favorite character on Adventure Time, Jeannie came out as the white version, not the purple version of my princess. Shout out to anybody who knows what reference I'm making. That's all I thought when she walked out. I was like, girl, that ain't what's her name. I'm dying. It was a great look. The fact that the clouds lit up was awesome. Jeannie, you went there this week, honey. I was here for the look. And it totally made sense. After the storm, there's clouds that sometimes come out. You know, the clouds disperse, and it's like maybe you're the cloud that's moving away and you're carrying those storms away with you. Awesome. I loved it. Creative. Come on, Jeannie. I loved it. Now, Sri Mala comes out. I can move on. Because there was nothing there. Sri girl, okay. That hat was almost a look. And then when you take off the cloak, very Alaska, like, you know, I'm not really putting on anything. It's just some, you know, a black cloak of something. And you have just a very generic, pretty dress underneath with that kind of okay wig. No. It was all right. I wasn't impressed. It was just all right. I won't say it was shitty. It just was all right. And all right is damn near shitty. Vanda Miss Queen. All right. Presentation on a 10. Bitch, you came out there low-key as a twig, a branch, thorn, something that needed to be planted in the earth. Maybe possibly it'll grow a flower. And sure enough, because you walked through the water, a bloom. Beautiful headpiece, beautiful representation. The one thing I can take away from your performance was that rainbow flag was so unnecessary. I was like, for why? For what? Just be the flower. What the rainbow need to be there for? But other than that, I thought her look was polished, clean, and done. That's the one time I can look at a leotard and say it's okay. Because for one, she had an actual, like, idea and look and concept behind it. And it just wasn't full of pretty, you know, whatever. So it could have low-key been in a runway show. Except he wouldn't have had the flowers on there. He probably would have gave her a giant sock to put over her head. But it was beautiful. I loved it. Silver Sonic comes out there and gives us a bunch of stuff in the hamper, like a lot of the girls did when they came out as the cloud, and they wanted to give you a lot of tool. And at first I was like, this is going somewhere cool. And then when she removes all of that tool and gives us this, you know, for kids rainbow, very, my toddler needed it above his bed. We didn't have a lot, so we went to that one store that smells like mothballs, and we got this and put it up top. I don't want to hate it, Mama, because I saw you make it, and I just hated it. As I said, I don't want to hate it. I was like the judges. I wasn't impressed, and I was just like, okay, that's cool. But then you turned around, and that shit looked like it belonged at a beach, covering people. I went from a nursery to a beach child. Ooh, I don't know. Silver Sonic, I think you're beautiful, honey. I just didn't really care. I just didn't care for this. I did not. Did not. Maya Biharo. Horrible. I did not like this outfit. I didn't like the look. I didn't really care for none of the above. I don't even, what she started in was bad. The cloud thing and the ooh and all that type of stuff, no ma'am. Then she turns it down into a dress that just did not give me any kind of expensive. And I don't need it to give expensive. I'm sorry to say that and to take it back in the same breath. But what I mean by that is I needed it to be not a top and not a bottom separately. Prom dress for a 16-year-old girl who got that invitation because her boyfriend's 18, but her parents really don't like him. That was what that was giving me. And even the wig reveal underneath, I feel you can do better. I know you can do better. I did not like this at all. Katie Killer. What in the Lisa Frankenberry, Laganja Estranja, My Little Pony, upside down, inside out? What? And I heard the explanation of what it's supposed to represent and everything else like that. I was Pangina's face. Like, what is this? Girl, and then you use the same sort of tools that you had from the last challenge where you had to be the 13-year-old going into the, or the little kid, I guess, going into the 60-year-old. Y'all remember that for the Children's Festival? That shit was on her wrist and it was on her ankles again. No. I didn't care for it. Anjali Anand. All right. Oh, also, to say this now, because I messed this up last time, I spoke of Candy being trans on the show, and I forgot to mention Anjali is also trans as well. That's 2 girls on the show, 2 women on the show, and I live for that, and I live for Anjali, honestly. Last week. This week, hear me out. I'm not hating on it. I thought the dress was nice. It was a beautiful dress. Come on, puss. But you gave me hair show versus the actual challenge that was asked of you. The Barnum Brothers, it gave me hair show tease. I didn't really get the after the storm reference. I got the rainbow hair, and then the storm is the little springs coming out. That's lightning, I'm sure, and then the rain comes out. Okay, but that's hair show. So beautiful, but hair show. Miss Goom High. I liked it. I liked all of it, from the umbrella off, rainbow, boom, cha-cha-cha slide, cute dress in between, and then I am now again Pangina Heels. When she shot them streamers out, girl, I said, now we're gonna get this every goddamn week, and sure enough, we saw that last week. I said, yes, Pangina, I'm with you. No. Everything else was great up until that. I don't know if that deserved to be in the bottom for that, but no. I was like, come on, girl. Do something different. But I like it. I liked how she did her presentation. I liked the dress, and I liked everything else about it. I just did not like the fact we got another one of those moments. Do it once. One time only. One night only. Up next, Candy's Eye Night. Now, this was beautiful. It was very, you know, birds of a feather, a dove after the storm flies. You know, if you want to go biblical with it, carrying the olive branch, all that tea. I loved it. 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 Peaceful and all that type of stuff. And it also was very Vegas Showgirls, because it wasn't literally wings. It had this beautiful ring around it that had the feathers coming out to give you the wing illusion. So I really like that about Candy's. I love her presentation, how she shows it off. I'm here for it. Now that the runway is done, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. So what? So what? What happened? What kind of song is that, Matt? That was terrible. I'm sorry. All right. So, who is the winner of this challenge? Who did so well? Who didn't do so good? So, Tormai and Jeannie were the top two, but based on the cumulative score, and I like that again about Drag Race Thailand, and the fact that they say that, based on the cumulative score, Jeannie's the winner. She won the Maxi challenge, and she won the Runway challenge. So, it's like big. Like, she had the higher score. So, Jeannie's the winner. I'm here for it. Go ahead, Jeannie. You did that. Your bottom two... No shock here, honestly. Honestly, I was not shocked. Silver Sonic and Mocha Diva. Now, they had to do a lip sync to a Thai version of I Will Survive. And it was done with Thai instruments. It had a different kind of instrumental. I was here for it because it was different for me, and I also wanted to see what the girls could do with that. Honestly, they didn't do that much. I'll be very real with you. Mocha girl, you can tell me how much you lip sync, honey. I wasn't that impressed. I'm going to be very honest with you. You had little moments here and there. I was like, yes, yes, but not enough to make me scream and shout. But I was more so here for you than Silver Sonic being stuck like a burrito and a wrapper that got stuck together, bitch. It was just not, come on, sis. This is the second time you've had to do this. Actually, third time if you really want to be cute about it. And your dress got stuck. Again. And it was, not again. You had to do a outfit change. You had to take things off just to move. Again. All right. I get it. You didn't think you were going to have to lip sync. Your entire skirt's belts. Honey, there should have been a zipper in that bitch. Zoop! Out, gone, let's go. Because it was just tough to see you sitting there, you know, struggling. While Mocha over there barely giving us a good lip sync. And I'm being very real, Mocha. I like you, girl. I honestly was living for you the first episode up into this. I just didn't care for the runway. The lip sync was okay. I expect you to do better with other songs. Because, again, I wouldn't have known how to drop in on that beat, too. It was like, what is happening here? So, obviously, Mocha's the winner here from me having this conversation with you. And tell you how much Silver Sonic was just all wrapped up and not about it. Safe sex, everybody. But yeah, Silver Sonic has to leave. Sashay away. Mocha Diva stays. There you go. And there you have it. That is Drag Race Thailand Season 2, Episode 2. Tell me what you guys thought of the episode. What were your favorite parts that I may have missed? What were some of your least favorite parts? What are you liking about the show so far? We got Episode 3 coming up in a couple of days, so get ready for me to do a review on that. Yeah, I love the show. It's freaking awesome. Everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Catch me Thursday evening on Instagram. I will be doing a live stream of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 11. I believe this is Episode 4 now. 4? 5? 5. Episode 5. Damn, it's Episode 5. Jesus. Woo. Oh my God, this season's been going by so quickly. And then after the live stream, the video will be posted that Friday morning, early in the morning. Also, there is the Afterthoughts that is the next Sunday, and there's also a bunch of lives in between that you can join in on as well. And I have another movie review coming this weekend too. Don't forget to catch the Us review up now. Thanks for tuning in. My stomach is grumbling. My name is Matty Rants. Hugs and kisses, all my best love and wishes to you. I will see you very soon. Bye, y'all.